So this is a test for the Garmin 500. As you can see, there's the serial number of the device. Basically what I've done is I've created a route on Memory Map, which is an OS map program, and created a route from my house. I think it's approximately 30 odd kilometres round. I've also done another route on Ride with GPS software, basically using the same kind of route. The only difference is with this and Garmin software is that it basically maps it out on the wrong side of the road, hence why there's this spur going off here, but I don't think for test reasons that's going to cause any problem. And then lastly, what I did is I created a route on a Garmin Connect. As you can see, this is the route on Garmin Connect, which I used the send to device feature to upload it to the Garmin, and this was called GC Route 1, so Garmin Connect Route 1. And then the other files which I've got, which if you can see that, this is called Memory Map Route 1.tcx file, and the one above it is a Ride Route 1.tcx file. So the Memory Map one was actually a GPX file, which I used a conversion online to make it into a TCX file, and then both these files were installed onto the Garmin device manually. So back to the Garmin device, and can you see after uploading the routes, if I go to settings and then about, you'll see that I'm running the latest version 3.30. I then exit out of that, go up to training, courses. You will see there's Ride Route 1 using the Ride with GPS software, Memory Route 1 which is being mapped with Memory Map, and this is the Garmin Connect route, Route 1. So this is test number 1 for the Garmin 500. Moving down to using the Memory Map Route 1, selecting that, doing course, go through the process, and then moving on to the map function. So as you can see, it's found my route, and I'm currently following the route along as along the breadcrumb trail. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start coming off the route. As you can see, I've come off course now, and which you'd expect to see. And what I will show you in a minute is that usually pressing the enter button, as shown, you can still see the main breadcrumb trail, and there is, though it's hard to see, is a secondary breadcrumb trail which is my route off course. So I will carry off course, and eventually I will start bearing back round to the correct route. But as you can see, the map stays there all the time, and the breadcrumb trail is always present and it's never disappeared. Now, as you can see, I'm bearing back on an easterly direction back onto the main route, and what you'll see in a minute is obviously, there you go, course found, so it's found back to the main breadcrumb trail. Okay, test number 2 with the Garmin 500. So I'm going to go into the courses, I'm going to go onto the Garmin Connect route and do the course, and obviously let that take some time to process that route. As you can see, as before, I'm on the main breadcrumb trail, just following the route, and as I did last time, I will start moving off of the main route onto a secondary road, moving away from the trail, and eventually you will see the off-course signal, as we did on the last test run. There you go. There you go. You can see the off course sign. So I'm going to slow the bike down now. Once I've stopped, I will show you the problem that occurs pretty much on every route that I program using Garmin Connect. So you've come off course, you press enter just to indicate that you've understood that. And as you can see, breadcrumb trail has disappeared. So, and as well as my own position. So the screen is just blank. There's nothing on the screen at all. And it usually doesn't come back until I'm back on the main route. Okay, so this time the main route has eventually popped back up onto the screen just because I'm getting close to the route. As you can see, I should be heading in an easterly direction, but I'm not. The screen's pretty much frozen, but eventually, once I do get back onto the main route, which will happen in a few seconds' time, just waiting for the on-course signal. There we go, course found, and you can see that my location has jumped and I'm now back on the main breadcrumb trail. Okay, test number 3 with the Garmin 500. I'm now going to go to the ride route 1, which was done with the Ride with GPS website. It's processing the route. There's the other 2 times you can see my indicator on the screen, and I will start following the main breadcrumb trail. There we go, and eventually it will indicate the off-course route, like on the other 2 tests, where I bear off the same route down the same road. So that should be coming up in any second now. There we go, off-course route. So it's understood that I've come off the breadcrumb trail. Just slowing the bike down, and as before with the other 2 tests, I press the enter key just to signal that I know I'm off course. And as you can see, the main breadcrumb trail has stayed, as with the memory map route, and it will indicate my secondary breadcrumb trail and give me some idea of getting back onto the main route. So here I am, just moving back towards the main route. You can see the main secondary line. And hopefully in the next few seconds you'll see an on-course route again. There we go, course found. Thank you. There we go. And that's the test over.